Hey guys, this is Xoom. Today I'm going to be doing a quick and live, so if something goes wrong, sorry in advance, but a live demonstration of the heads-up display waypoints. We're currently in the game. I'm going to be going into a German-held city in Rons just to kind of demonstrate to you what it is that we're doing. So welcome. If you're watching this later, great. You can still share it and like it. Comment. Any questions are welcome. So let's get right into it. First off, HUD, heads-up display. This is stuff that shows up on your screen. You're going to see it in a moment. A couple days ago, we released it was Friday, we released a new patch to fix some stuff to make it a little bit better. The whole objective with the heads-up display waypoints is that we can better direct users. So first, I'm just going to quickly jump into the game and show you guys what one of these markers look like, just so you know. And it should be pretty familiar, especially if you're a veteran of the game. It should be pretty obvious. So it's mainly for mission leaders to better direct users where to go. So let's place down a waypoint, just see what it looks like. So you hit M for your map, you right click, you add a waypoint. You can say either rally, attack, or bombard here. That's usually like mortars or bomb here. We're going to do rally here and we're going to add a custom name right here. One sec. We're going to call it live test. Then we're going to hit OK. Now, historically, that's the end of it. You have to see it on your main map or your mini map. But did you see that? I've got it kind of faded out, but it's right here, right in front of me. I'll tune that up in a minute, but that's part of the new settings. We made it a little bit more transparent if you want. So you should be able to see it right in front of me. So I'm going to go ahead and despawn, and I'm going to show you guys where to update those settings. So this just takes a second. Standard despawn stuff. Sorry for the delay. But we're on the live server, so. Okay, so here we are. We go to preferences at the upper right. Then we come over here off to the left and user interface, but down here to HUD Waypoints. We made our own little section for this. This is how important it is. So what's really cool is, first off, you have an origin and a target. This is old stuff. You can either enable or disable it. I'm going to disable it. And then your waypoints, you can have this either on or off. I would encourage that you always have it enabled, because now we have a toggle key to turn it on and off on the fly. So if you just simply disable it, they'll not show up. So don't do that. We also have a couple of new important limiting factors like view distances. So if you're on a ground mission, you can limit these to either 250 meters from you, or 500 meters, or 750, or an unlimited amount. Unlimited is up to you. For aircraft, that makes a bit more sense. I'm actually going to check that. But if you're infantry, anything within 500 meters of you in terms of these waypoints are going to show up. If they're 501 meters, they will not show up. If they're 750 or 2,000 meters, they won't show up. So pick the one that best suits you. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, the opacity or the transparency was right here. I'm going to tune it up a little bit for this demonstration. That way you can see it. And also, if you want to change these waypoint colors, you can do so. Just pick one and hit OK. I'm going to leave them as they are. I'm going to save my changes. I'm going to hit back. We're going to go back in and see that waypoint that we put down called live test. Let's see if it looks any different. Okay, so instantly, you should be able to see it. Right over here is 51 meters from me, and you instantly understand where you need to go. So we're going to go out. Standard AB spawn. You can see through that, which is great. Now think about this for a moment. We already have quite a bit of complexity with our user interface. So one of the main objectives here was to make sure that we can better direct not just existing users, but new guys too. So for example, I'm just going to say this is the spawn depot just for kicks, right? So it's going to be right here. Type spawn CP as a custom waypoint, and now it should show up. So let's take a look. There it is. So now I can easily direct users to where I want to go. And of course, at the top of your screen, you have mission leaders. We want to type in some orders there too. There you go. New issues ordered. Secure the spawn CP waypoint. All right, we're going to go here. So any user can quickly navigate. So it's really important for mission leaders to use these. Now, here's the cool part. If you're watching my screen, watch closely. I'm going to show you how we have a keybind to toggle these off. So if you just want them up for a second to get your bearings, and then you can type Shift-Y, and they go away. Where'd they go? We'll do it again. Watch them right in that doorway right here. It's on. Shift-Y. Shift-Y again. We turn it off. So you can have these on for quick navigation purposes at any time while you're in the game. You can also turn them off. So instead of just disabling them, I highly recommend that you guys use them. We'll just go ahead real quick, and I'll delete this live test one, and I'll just show you what it looks like in a whole town with all of these facilities marked. It gets a little funky when you do that, so use them sparingly. So just give me a second as I work on this. Missing a depot. Where is it? Whatever, I'm just going to keep going. I see the city flag is actually in the right spot. And let's mark the bunker for good measure. So a good mission leader is going to go to this kind of level where he's marking this stuff out, or just like whatever his most important one is. And you can always, right click and delete. You can even delete all of them if you want, just to keep the screen clear. But this is the most important mission leader asset that we've provided in a while, so use them. So now that we've got all of our waypoints for all facilities that are capturable here in Rons, and again, this is not an active battle at all. This is on the live campaign server, so but we're not actively playing here. It's just me and some random town. This is what it looks like, and yeah, it gets a little busy on the screen, but again, you can see the more distant that one is out there, like Turnai. It based on your transparency settings, it's going to prioritize, in the direction you're looking, what it looks like. And again, if anything, if there's even more, like here, I'll face west, and I'll put a marker just for kicks, like way out here. Just an R1 way out there. It's not going to show up on my screen because it's not within my 500 meter, perimeter, right? So, and again, at any time you can shift Y, and they're gone. So anyway, that's pretty much it at this stage. We're seeing a lot of users utilize this stuff, which is great. Just highly encourage you to, give it a shot. Don't disable it right away, because this took some time to build, and frankly, when it comes to directing new users, this is really awesome. This is like the most important thing we've done in a while in that respect. And once you get in here, like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to one more time, I'm going to despawn, and we're going to mess around with the transparency settings, just so you guys can get a good feel for what that does, because it becomes really manageable. It's not nearly as bright. So again, that was, I went a little fast. Go to Preferences at the upper right. You have to do this part when you're despawned. Go to HUD Waypoints under User Interface. We're going to drop our opacity levels down. We're going to put it just a little bit below half. We're going to hit Save. Back. And let's spawn in the skull. Let's just, yeah. Because why not? So you can already instantly see the opacity levels are down quite a bit. And if you're wondering what this kind of looks like from the air, this is another good opportunity for people who are working on combined operations to say, hey, the spawn CP, or way off to the left, right over here, the spawn CP needs bombs. We need, either a Heinkel or a Boston to drop something on there, level it. This opens up the doorway for quite a bit of stuff. And it's really awesome. And yes, these waypoints can be shared across missions. So if you are in the Air Force, you should be able to see the guys on the ground. It's kind of a big deal. But again, at the root of it all, the main objective is simply to focus on, driving new players who are coming into the game and who are spawning at those spawning at those spawn positions and throwing smoke and shooting because they have no idea what the hell is going on. So what we have been seeing is new guy spawns here. I mean, look how far away those markers are. We'll just say there was a spawn point over here. You can see them starting to blink out now. See that? That's the 500 meter setting. And we're coming back, which is great. That keeps it very manageable and important. Again, for infantry, the lowest setting you can go is 250 meters. New guy spawns in. He starts coming this way, which is actually pretty typical. Usually he's in the open field, in fact. But the point is, he can see those positions and go, oh, there's something to do over there. So the more clever you are about how you write out, like, hey, capture this or move here or priority target or whatever the waypoint is, the waypoint name that you make, and also which one you're using. Red usually is an attack, or obviously the bomb here. It's just whatever gets people's attention. Try this stuff out and see what works. But definitely, as a mission leader, take on the responsibility. We know that this is, kind of new, but hopefully you see the significance, and you can also see now more of the. I keep doing that. Sorry. You can see more of these waypoints as we get forward, and it isn't so bad. It can get a little bit tough, but again, you just shift Y, and they're gone. Okay. Oh, hey, where was that objective? We're about to capture this depot. Oh, there it is. It's in that direction. Cool. I'm going to shift Y and turn it off. These are all great ways to utilize this, but simply not using it is kind of disappointing. And the reason I keep coming back to that is on June 1st, we released this whole thing, and that was really great. But some people were like, hey, I can't really see across my screen very well because these kind of customizations were not available. So admittedly, it was pretty busy. So if you have any questions, comments, anything, go ahead and type it in Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. We're checking all that stuff. Or you can just type in the forums and let us know what you think. I hope this served as kind of a good introductory warm-up for what this is, how it can be utilized, and the recent changes that CRS implemented by listening to our customers. And this is a pretty rapid turnaround. If you think these other customization options were not available on June 1st, we released it, we took in that feedback, and we made changes and released it this Friday. So that's a pretty damn good turnaround. Pat on the back to our development team and our whole team for listening on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. It was nice having you here. Use your waypoints. See you in game.